Hello creative friends, it's Haley here, and it's been a while since I've shared a video online like this. I wanted to take some of the things that I've documented from this year and put them together for a little video for myself and to share with you about what I've been making this year, because I haven't really been making much art, but my creative energy has been well spent. I've been making a garden, growing a lot of food. These here are the seeds I began in February. Those are broccolis and cabbages, tomatoes, mustard, eggplant, tatsoi, lettuces and herbs, and some more tomatoes, flowers, peppers. My indoor seeds did really well. Tomatoes grew faster than I thought they would. It was a learning year for sure. Now we're working with a small home. It's a rental. It's not ours. The space we can grow in is small, so I did a lot of container planting along with raised beds, and then we did get a green stalk, which is a tiered planting system with a self-watering system built in. It's wonderful, especially if you have small space. In the January month, I did put a lot of planning into this garden as well. And even before January, I took a course with Jill of Journey with Jill, the Dream to Garden course. It's a wonderful class if you are looking for something to really help you wrap your mind and organize a way to plan a fruitful garden for even up to 3 seasons with just, a little bit of space or whatever you're working with. So you can see my metal raised beds there. I'm using some old buckets. I'm even using a kiddie pool for strawberries this year. I tried so many things. I really just looked at this time and space as a classroom to experiment and try as many things as I could. Here you can see a little makeshift trellis we put on a cedar bed we'd gotten on clearance. There you can see some spring broccoli, and we made a teepee trellis out of sticks we found too. Here we have some snow peas, broccoli, cabbage, garlic, onion. A humble garden, to say the least, and yet it was prolific, and we have been eating out of this garden since mid or early April. It has blown me away. The sense of satisfaction and the nourishment we're getting, it's just so real. There's my potatoes in 6 grow bags. They did great. More spring cabbages. I wasn't going to grow onions, but I decided to. Got some sets, and they did quite well. This is a little wildflower garden I threw in around a tree stump of a tree that got cut down some years ago. I did a painting video around that. These are some of the tomatoes starting to turn green this summer. I made sure I put a lot of pollinators around the yard, front and back. Tomatillos. I even put flowers in shady areas. And all those pollinator attractors really made a difference with the birds and the good bugs and helping out with the bad bugs and all of that. It was beautiful. And again, harvesting every day for a while now. It's been just amazing. And along with the gardening, I am preserving some of this food, the foods we don't eat fresh. And that has been a wonderful learning curve and experiment as well. This video was early August. Tomatoes had started to come in like a lot, a basket full just about every day, and I just began freezing a bunch of them. We were eating them fresh nonstop and freezing them as well so that I could make sauce. And there's some sweet potatoes planted. Those are still in the ground. The beans have done wonderful this summer in a few different places. More paste tomatoes there. They did really, really well. Even though I made some, choices I wouldn't do again, or things I would do a little differently, things overall did quite well. And having tried so much at once was actually kind of nice, because when something didn't do great, that's okay. I had a bunch of other things that were doing just fine to tend to. And so I didn't get too caught up in the things that didn't go perfectly. And it really gave me a chance with the containers and that to move things around as the trees filled in over the course of the seasons, to move them for shade or sun or what have you. Because we're a pretty hot climate in the summer, but it can vary. So that nice mix of containers on the porch that was shaded as it got hot, the raised beds, different things. That green stalk did quite well. It actually, though, right before that shot got eaten up by a caterpillar, a lot of the stuff that was in it, so it needed to be replanted at that point. There's Cora. She was my garden partner this summer. Catnip for the cats. I even did a couple things on the sides of the home that I wasn't planning on. Another bean patch there, a bunch of pole beans. And then over in the corner, I did a small in-ground bit. Oh, that was comfrey and lemon balm too. Over here, I did bush beans, watermelon, cantaloupe. I've got a small tomato experiment. In the back, I put some things that had needed full sun over the year, over the season rather. Some flowers, left pollinators that were growing natively, like the pokeberry here, and then had planted some as well. And you can see my little wildflower patch just is totally wild now. It's just out of control. Had done some cucumbers here. These ones are about done. But then I put in some purple pole beans late, and they're just starting now to give me some beans that are delicious and tender. This was a creative project and channel for my creative energy that was about mental health and physical health and healing and living closer to my values. I learned so many things this year and have created new lifestyle habits that I plan to continue and have been inspired so much for my art. I appreciate you watching, and if you would like to continue hearing from me about my garden and creative practice projects, I have started a substack for my newsletter. You're welcome to join me there. And I hope that you are also planting some seeds and making your art and trusting creative spirit to do the rest.